Hey guys, it's Jeannette. Hope you're all doing well. I am in my baby girl's nursery. She's 3 months old, so I'm a new mom, and I finally have the time to record these videos. As a new mom, I have gotten a lot of questions in regards to pregnancy in nursing school, pregnant and working as a nurse, as well as working as a new mom and what to expect. So the next few videos, I'm going to talk about my personal experience as well as any tips that I can share with you guys. So I recall when I was starting nursing school, going through the orientation, and somehow in the agenda, we discussed pregnancy. And not saying that it can tell you not to get pregnant, but somehow it was just verbalized, don't do it. It was not really encouraged. And I remember back then I was 3 years into my marriage, and me and my husband wanted to start a family, and we kind of just had to hold off. When we first got married in July of 2011, we always discussed a 5-year plan. So we wanted to be married for 5 years and then have a baby. And when I started nursing school, I told him, hey, we need to be careful and take all necessary measures to prevent it, just because apparently nursing school is really heavy in terms of the curriculum and demanding, and I guess being pregnant wouldn't make the journey easier. If it's easy at all, it's not. I remember a year into the nursing program, so I would make it the beginning of 2015. I told my husband, wouldn't it be great if somehow I got pregnant during this second half of the nursing program and graduate pregnant, have a baby before I start my first job working as a nurse. So we started to try in June of 2015. Remember, my graduation was to December 2015, and I had my baby girl December of 2016. If you do the math, we were trying to conceive for about 10 months. It just wasn't happening. I remember turning to my peers before we started and asking them, what did they think about it? And some were supportive, some of them love babies, like, oh, I can't wait for you to have a baby. And some of them were like, just don't do it. So something to expect. So with pregnancy, whether it's a surprise or whether it's planned, it can take a while. It can come at an unexpected time. You just never really know. And for me, I didn't anticipate for it to take so long. I remember the stress from exams and clinical and everything like that I knew was kind of impacting my ability to conceive. And the people that were supportive, they were trying to be supportive, but then they also, try to remind me, you're in a very stressful environment in school right now. They were trying to encourage me that there wasn't something wrong with me. So let's talk about how it happened for me. I didn't find out I was pregnant until April of 2016, so it took about 10 months to actually conceive. I am a huge planner, and me and my husband were talking. We had that 5-year plan. Year 5 was coming up, and we wanted to start trying. And I wanted to get pregnant and deliver before my first nurse job. What we didn't... Sorry, she's just spouting. What I didn't anticipate was how long it took. So I needed a lot of encouragement, and my nursing buddies... Yes, honey. My nursing buddies, they were very encouraging, and they were reminding me how stressful nursing school is, and with the exams, and especially that we're wrapping up the nursing program. So I remember month after month, for that second year of nursing school, I would get negative pregnancy tests, and after many months of just checking, that's a personal roller coaster. Personal roller coaster, and I, would be kind of down because you're wanting to get pregnant, and month after month you're reminded you're not, and then on top of that, the emotions of finishing nursing school. So if you find yourself pregnant in nursing school, make sure you have some type of support. Whether it's your significant other, family, your nurse besties, there will be people that won't be supportive. So I remember people telling me, wow, don't get pregnant in nursing school, just don't. And as a woman, as a wife, you know, I wanted a baby and I knew it was coming, and for nursing school I had to put that on pause. Sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? It's you know, we make sacrifices, and I hated how it felt to be a woman, a wife in nursing school, and that just be a big, like, frowned upon thing. I didn't think it should be that way. So if you do find yourself pregnant, find yourself some support. You can do it. I've seen other students in different cohorts, you know, go through an entire pregnancy. A big thing, is make sure you are an excellent student. You know, your attitude, your grades. Whenever I've seen students literally somehow timing worked out great for them. They were able to take their final exam maybe a week early if they were due on final exam week, or sometimes they would take that semester off. And just depending whether there's available seats in the next cohort's nursing classes, they can tell you, okay, take this semester off and come back in. And that's not always guaranteed, which is the number one worry for a woman who's pregnant and in nursing school. You know, it's hard for us to get into these programs, and if you become pregnant or you have to take some time off, you just never know when you can come back in. So make sure you tell your director. You want to make sure you keep yourself and your baby safe if you do become pregnant. Your teachers should also be notified, especially your clinical instructors, just to make sure that they review the patients that are assigned to you, to make sure that your safety is being met. In terms of exams and finishing the course, that's where you talk to your director. I've seen, at least my director, she was very, she did all she could, especially for the students who were doing great in the program. You know, luckily the few people that I personally know that got pregnant, they were able to come back right into the program whenever the next semester after their delivery, and they were able to successfully complete and graduate, and it didn't really affect their nursing skills. So the last few tips, if you are pregnant and in nursing school, sometimes we have long lectures. Just make sure you've packed enough food and snacks to get you through your lecture days as well as your clinical days. Drink a lot of water. You have to go to the restroom a lot. And get enough sleep. So pregnancy is tough in itself. And while being in nursing school, do whatever you can to prepare for it. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share the videos.